and action. All right, this video I'm going to talk you through a couple of example problems where we are working two-step problems to solve these word problems. So let's look at this first one. Blake's mom popped 24 bags of popcorn for his birthday party. 3/8 of the bags were cheese flavored. How many bags of popcorn were not cheese flavored? So when we look at this, at first we might think, well, it's just a one-step problem, but let's take a look at what we have. We've got 24 bags, and it tells us that 3/8 of those bags are cheese flavored. But what we're looking for is not how many bags are cheese flavors. We want to know how many are not cheese flavored. So we're going to have to do more than one step to solve this problem, right, Tahir? That's right. Okay. So the first thing we have to figure out is how many bags are there that are actually cheese. So how do we do that? We ask ourselves if it'll fit into this. What is blank of blank? Okay. So this tells us whether or not it's going to be a multiplication problem. If you can fit in the fraction here and either a fraction or a whole number here, then this might be a multiplication problem. So are we looking for 3/8 of 24? Class. We're looking for 3/8 of 24. So this is going to be a multiplication problem. So we would put that over 1. And then we work this out. 3 times 20 is 60, and 3 times 4 is 12. So that's 72. We're going to have 72 over 8. And 72 divided by 8 is 9. So what we found out is that the 3/8, there are 9 bags that are cheese. But this isn't what the question asked us. It asked us how many were not cheese flavored. So we've got to do one more step. We now know how many bags have cheese or were cheese flavored out of our 24 bags altogether. So let's take a look at that. We have 24 bags. 9 of them are cheese. So if we do a subtraction problem to find the difference, we'll know how many were not cheese. And what is 24 take away 9? 15. So 15 bags were not cheese. So it took 2 steps to find the problem. First we found out how many were cheese because that's the problem that it gave us the fraction for. And then from there we could figure out how many had no cheese. Okay. So let's look at one more example, and then I will leave you to do your homework. Okay, so here's another one. Nancy has a collection of 98 rocks. 3/7 of the rocks are rough and the rest are smooth. How many of her rocks are smooth? Well, you can tell from here, the fraction is talking about the rough rocks, but for the smooth rocks, we don't know. So will this fit into what is blank of blank? So what is 3/7 of 98? And since that fits, that's a multiplication problem. So that's going to be 3/7 times 98 over 1, which is a pretty big problem. But let's see if we can do it. 3 times 90 is 270. And 3 times 8 is 24. So if we add those two together, we get 294. So it's going to be 294 over 7. We'll have to work that division out. Okay.
Go to Miss Super. Can you walk her out there?
Wow, y'all really messed this up.
No, they didn't. It's fine.
10 minutes.
It's fine. 294 divided by 7. 7 will go into 29 4 times with 2. So we've got 42 of the rocks are rough. So let's clean this up a little bit. So we have 98 rocks. 42 of them are rough. So we want to know how many of them are smooth. And to do that, we just subtract. And now we know that 56 of the rocks are smooth. Okay. So that's two different examples of two-step problems. Your homework is problems like this. So there you go. That'll help you with that.